by High Zephyr and then Brady Bunch, and out of touch is Highview Magic past the 800. They're heading into the dip down near the 750, and Armed Pirate the leader. On top by half a length, holding second Alonzo's Son. Black Becky is near enough, if good enough. She's just being revved along a shade third. They were followed then by Vicky Zafia, and further back in the race as they race out of the dip is High Zephyr, Brady Bunch, and last of all as they race up to the turn, Highview Magic the leader. Down near the inside, Armed Pirates under severe pressure. Alonzo's Son the outside, and Black Becky coming to the outside. Three widers joining in on the point of the turn. Armed Pirate under severe pressure on the outside. Alonzo's Son, Black Becky looking for a bit of clear galloping room, and High Zephyr right down the outside. Black Becky out wide goes to the lead in the middle. Alonzo's Son and High Zephyr finishing on quickly. It's a good finish coming up right down the outside. High Zephyr, Alonzo's Son near the inside. They hit the line tight. Nearly a dead heat. Alonzo's Son or High Zephyr. Close up Black Becky, then Vicky's Affair, followed by Armed Pirate, Brady Bunch, and last home Highview Magic. Very tight here. Closest finish of the day, in which the judge will call for the photo. High Zephyr in the all-purple colours of the club down the outside. Black Becky in the centre, and Alonzo's Son fighting back doggedly over the final 50 or 60 metres of the race. And there wasn't a lot of room there. And the judge is going to call for the photo right on the line. A photo called for, and not much to pick from. Well, we are situated in a fairly good spot here with the broadcasting vantage point right on top of the winning post. As we freeze our Sky Channel slow-mo there, it does look maybe the inside Alonzo's Son, but there's not much in this, and the angle will determine the result. Very tight finish here. Judge calling for the photo. High Zephyr the outside, John Nisbet, and Alonzo's Son on its inside, Andy Bloomfield. Not much between this pair. High Zephyr was about $5.80 in New South Wales, and Alonzo's Son, one of the roughies, at $18.70. Judge calling for the photo, resting between 3 and 4, 4 and 3 for the running of the 6th of the afternoon, second leg of the extra double. Now in race 7, Greg Farrer is the late replacement for John Scorse on 2, All Tangled Up. The scratching is 3, Miss Creation. Take out 3, and G. Farrer rides number 2. Now we're about to get this number here following the running of the previous race, so we'll just have to perk our head outside the box. Number about to come to hand. It's a developed print, so it's not the number. Now the judge wants a developed print. He can't split them here from the negative, and bear in mind these negatives will be quite dull today with the conditions such as they are. It is a developed print.
Yeah, developed print. Very, very close, that one. That was a hero.
Thank you very much. Nick, this is...
Fourth friend to Alonzo's Son at $18.78, High Zephyr $2.30, Black Becky, no third dividend. The Quinella was $44.10, the Exacta was $76.50, and the Trifecta $498.40 on race 6 at Tumut. Caden, the winner at Moree.
It would be apples if that was the case, because Batlow famous for its apples, and of course Mountain Maid are in the Batlow area. It is a very strong fruit growing region, and they've supported the Tumut club here today. Batlow about 25 or 30 miles away from Tumut. As the pictures show you, it's still very, very heavily overcast. I heard them, Rod saying earlier on, they've got the lights turned on at Bulli. We'd almost like some lights to be turned on here by the time they get to the last at Tumut, but we don't have that legacy, of course. However, it's good to see that the club has soldiered on in spite of the weather, and let's hope that this first TAB meeting for the Tumut Turf Club can be the forerunner of more to come in the future. It is in a very low-lying area of town here, the Tumut course, and they don't race through the winter months. They only race basically, they start their season on Derby Day, which of course is late November, and they race through. This is their latest meeting because over the winter months it is very low-lying here, quite swampy, and the track just doesn't take too much moisture in the winter time. But it's been good today. The riders have said it's improved as the day's worn on. Now, Sinapis goes up to the line down near the inside, $1, a stablemate of the previous winner, which was Alonzo's Son. Polite Force has gone up. Here's Karen Dodds with Turn to Logic coming along. Now, Clavelli Star being brought along by Kim Gooch, and the last two of the favoured pair, Movie Stars and the New South Wales tote favourite, is All Tangled Up, getting out to about $2.20 in New South Wales, All Tangled Up. Movie Stars, trained by Ken Callaghan, who's been a long-time visitor to this course. And the other one, All Tangled Up, trained at Queanbeyan by the Petrovic stable. Now we're waiting for these last two, All Tangled Up, Greg Farrer, the rider. I think it's Greg's first ride around the Tumut course. He's adjusting his riding goggles as Movie Stars comes forward. And the field are almost set for the first leg of the main double here at Tumut. Thankfully, it's not raining just at the present. Still dark clouds hovering overhead. But with Blowering Dam down to about 4%, we need as much as we can get of the moisture. Blowering Dam, of course, on the outskirts of town. Now, waiting for All Tangled Up to come forward. The others are standing up quite well. The starter just looking at something with one of them not quite right. $1 on the inside, turn to Logic. They start in a little chute off the course proper, have a run of about 150 metres before they hit the course proper, but it is basically a good straight start. Now here's the last one coming along, All Tangled Up, the favourite. Greg Farrer must be anticipating a little bit of trouble. He does have his legs kicked out of the stirrup irons. All Tangled Up looks at the barriers and as quiet as a lamb walks in. So the favourite joins them and they are set race 7. Fruits of Batlow, a Class 2 handicap first leg of the main daily double at Tumut. And the starter, Mr. Bob Vaughan from neighbouring Gundagai, turns on the light. They are set to run, all set. Ready now, first leg at Tumut. Stand well, off now, lovely start, turned to Logic just through its head in the air, didn't lose much ground, and Movie Stars hard away. Polite Forces also showing plenty of pace to find the rail, and then driving through, turned to Logic, followed by Sir Napus, All Tangled Up, coming across from the outside, is speeding up to be outside the leader now. They were being followed by Sir Napus getting back with Clavelli Star, and last of all was $1 as they race to the 800 metre mark, and the two horses from the Canberra area go together. All Tangled Up has raced up a half length to show the way now. Movie Stars has the advantage of the inside rail, and they put 5 lengths on the next one, which is Polite Force at the 600, and then further back came on the inside, further back to Turn to Logic, being passed now by Clavelli Star, and well back was Sir Napus. All Tangled Up has sprinted away and is at the 400 metre mark, 2 in front. Movie Stars is under the whip but not yet conceding, and further back in the race Sir Napus running on, but All Tangled Up dashed away on the turn. Movie Stars struggling second, third on the inside Sir Napus. All Tangled Up as well clear. Now having another crack at it on the outside, Movie Stars, Sir Napus running on. All Tangled Up in front, Sir Napus dashing through along the inside. Sir Napus coming at this one on the outside, and Sir Napus has raced through, goes home to score. Second, All Tangled Up. Third, on the inside, Clavelli Star. Then Movie Stars, followed in by $1. Further back in the race, Turn to Logic and Polite Force, one of the last ones home. Number 6, Sir Napus, ridden by the apprentice boy Mark Schmetzer in New South Wales, $6.40 and $2.60. Number 2, All Tangled Up, about $1.50. And third, I think you'll find Clavelli Star. There'll be no third dividend. That winner, Sir Napus, trained up at Tumbarumba by Gordon Hulme. A 4-year-old bay gelding by Meticulous from Lady Scorpio. And this young boy, Mark Schmetzer, does ride particularly well. He doesn't get a lot of opportunities, but he's been able to guide the winner home in an competent fashion. Now the time is 1:13.27. 1:13.27. The official numbers are 624. Just waiting for the margins to come up. 1:13.27. 624, and number 1 has run 4th, Movie Stars. Now the margin's about to come to hand, and the winner has raced away, scored by 2 1/4 lengths, with 3 lengths between second and third. 2 1/4 by 3 lengths the margins following race 7.
Okay, race 8, Bull Eye, 16 Weekend Warrior, 11 for Kampala. Stropper 26, Dramatic Spirit at 18, Cheetah Charmer at 7.20, Smart Lassie 29, 4.40 About a Benge, in from $6.60, 52 for Sabra Tom and Seahawk Splash, $1.90 for race 8 Bull Eye. The heavy rain falling there at Bull Eye this afternoon. 1, 2 and 10, race 7 at Tachira, the double on 7.80 for number 9 Majesay, to number 10, which is Man's Man of Scratching. Number 11 is at $15, Pleasant Something. The game's up $4.10 and $5 for Reckon. Race 8 at Tumut. They're about to move in. Race 9, Moonee Valley, $7.70. Full-time Ivory Sunset, $5.60. Grimster at $5. The Accolade at $15. Jolter's Gold at $5.20. Wildcard $43. Williams Fair at $19. Flying Debris at $12. Crown of Glory at $13. 50 about Daredevil Don. Key Everest at $27. Ranak Roy, $9.10. That's for race 9, Moonee Valley. Set Tumut, race 8 for the AHA Valley Dash.
All the conditions. Pleasant Something, the inside. The gates crash back. They're away in the last at Tumut. Reckon and Sectional Time both came out running, and the game's up was third early as Sectional Time speeds to the front. Fourth on Settling, a bit of magic. They're being followed by Marjusay further back to Pleasant Something, and the old fellow Carbelin's at the tail. Sectional Time sped to the lead as they race down towards the turn at the 800. A bit of magic second. The game's up third. Reckon fourth the rail. After 4 lengths, Marjusay 2 more back. Pleasant Something, and last of all Carbalin heading into the dip by the 600, and the Albury Speedster Sectional Time was the leader, about to be annoyed at the 600 by a bit of magic. 2 lengths away as the game's up, being followed then by on the inside Reckon. Marjusay going forward around them. Pleasant Something next, and Carbalin as they race into the turn. Sectional Time's rider is throwing everything he can find at his mount. It'll lead for home, not by a lot, of half a length the advantage on the outside. Marjusay whooshing into it, and they're followed in the middle by a bit of magic. The rails run there for plenty of them, including the game's up. Marjusay burst to the lead out wide, and the Tumut boys look like getting the last of the day. Marjusay is in front. Carbalin's his only danger. Carbalin coming at Marjusay, who's running in, but Marjusay's tightened up Carbalin close to home, but got in. Third, a bit of magic, and they're being followed by Sectional Time. Further back then, the game's up, Pleasant Something, and last of all was Reckon.
All right, disappointing for some there, but they might hold on to your tickets there. 9, 2 and 1 there, Marjusay, Carbalin, and a bit of magic there, race 8 at Tumut, $8.20 for the winner. All right, now, grist for the mill at Tatura at $5.60, $1.80, Blazing Armada.